What's up guys, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys the best chest opening for black. So let's get started. In my previous video I taught you guys the best chest opening for white in my opinion. And it went for like e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and if you want to know like the exact specifics of it, you should obviously check out that video of mine, and I'll include it in the end screen just for you guys. So, but anyways, we're going to show you the opening for black. So let's flip the board real quick. So if they go e4, I wouldn't recommend going e5. There's like nothing bad about it, but you're just playing into white's favor. So especially if you're an intermediate player, this move will throw your opponents off a little, because you don't see this that commonly. But after they go d4, which is the most typical move, you go knight f6, they're likely to defend, and then you go g6, they're likely to bring the other knight out, then you play bishop g7, and then if they go bishop c4, you have a little idea of taking the pawn here. It may look like you're just giving up a knight, but you're not, because after they take with the knight, you just have d5, and you're gonna win back material. So if they like go for bishop d3, takes, I mean it's equal material, but over here, I feel like this benefits your position a lot more, as you have very clear ideas. You can go knight c6, bishop g4, castle. This is a very easy position for black to play, and you have many options. So I say that this is winning for black, but if they don't go for bishop g7, then like let's say they go for maybe queen e2, then I'd recommend to castle. Once you see queen e2, castling is the best option for you, because queen e2 has an idea of playing e5, and you shouldn't take. Taking would be really bad, as it plays into white's favor a lot and just won't go too well. I mean, it's manageable, but I'd recommend going knight f d7, and they can even go e6. Even here I would not take. And I just simply go knight b6, because taking would still once again play into white's favor. And then if they take with check, this may sound a little crazy, but once again you cannot take. You have to play king h8. And it may look like they're just winning right now because they're up a pawn, but you're gonna win that pawn back. The pawn is not gonna go anywhere. You're gonna win that pawn back like anytime you want, probably. And like if they try to hang on to it, like you have some immediate counterplay. Like let's say just go knight g5, then you go here, then they no longer have that idea, and they basically just have to give up the pawn. You have like a bunch of ideas. But so yeah, this is just your position. You have a really active bishop, which is the whole idea of the perk, and your other bishop is also really active. Your knight isn't like the most active piece, as its mobility is getting severely neutralized, but it shouldn't be that bad, because you have like knight c6, and this is just a very fine position, because it, once again, even though it says that they're up a pawn, you're gonna win the pawn back like anytime you want. So yeah, so that's if they go for that's if they go for this one. But if they like just play e5, and then if they like leave you alone, like maybe they're gonna fianchetto their bishop here, get some good activity, you just what I recommend is playing the move c5. It doesn't look that great because it's not the best, they can take. This is like fine, and the position is just ripped open, but and if they like take like this, I'd suggest taking this pawn, because over here you get under a lot of pressure. So, and this is just a very fine position, because oh yeah, a very key idea of the perk is queen a5, which pins the knight to the king. Yeah, and if there's no pawn here, you can sometimes go for the idea of like potential exposure of the knight when it's pinned, and I'll show you that line actually. I'll show you that line actually right now. So let's flip the board, and so let's just play the opening. And there's a line where they go f4. This is the line that you have to be most careful about. But you still play this, and then after here, you have to play c5. This is like a mandatory move, because your idea is queen a5. And if they take here, you still play queen a5. You don't take back. Because if they take, then let's see what Stockfish thinks. Yeah, it's better for black here. The line is just knight. You take the center pawn. This is actually not the best move, but it's still a pretty good move. I don't know what crazy idea Stockfish has, but yeah. Oh yeah, wait, that just leaves the pawn. Okay, so yeah, you just have like a very strong attack on the knight. That's what I was saying early on in the game. You have to have this nice exposure. So that's the line where you get to maybe enjoy yourself there. As many people might fall for that trick, but if they like don't fall for that, they're gonna wait. I did not mean to play G6. You have to go c5. You're probably not going to take. But they do have one move that you have to be careful with. It's the move e5. Once they play e5, you have to go knight g4. And I'll show you why later. So then they even have the idea of planting their pawn here. Because you can't take, as you'll get hit with that move. So I mean, you have to take here, and then you get hit with this. And then the only move here is to take on d4. And then once they take here, you play the move. Oh wait, they can't take yet. My bad. They play like queen e2, trying to take. Then what I'd recommend is queen a5, trying to go for that idea. And once they take, you take, they take, you take, and you're probably just gonna win the rook with. Oh, you win both rooks. This guy's kind of robbed here, and this is just completely winning. And basically, that's the whole main idea of the perk. If you have any specific questions about this, write them in the comments, because there are like a lot of lines in the perk, but I can't talk about it all in one episode. So, like, yeah. So feel free to comment any questions you have. And remember to always like and subscribe.